Yo, top of the morning to you, wealth champions. Listen, everybody wants generational wealth until it's time to start building it. Y'all know what it is. It's time for the daily hustle with yours truly, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from wealthcreationplaybook.com. And the whole purpose that I get up early in the morning and bring you the daily hustle is I'm hoping that you, like me, want to start your day off on a positive note. So the daily hustle is to uplift, encourage, motivate, and inspire you to do something great today. And because it's Friday, we always do something money related with the daily hustle. And I started thinking about generational wealth and how it's become this buzz term, right? In 2020, 2019, 2018, where everybody is screaming, man, I got to build generational wealth. I got to build a legacy for my family. And that sounds good until it's time to actually start the process of building it. And that's when, my friend, everybody seems to have an excuse, right? See, when you learn what it takes to build generational wealth, and I'm going to share that with you today, then you start saying, and I'm not saying you particularly, but people in general, when they find out that they have to put in some extra hours, right? When they find out that while it's good to work your 9 to 5, typically that's not enough to build a legacy. That's not enough to build generational wealth. You then have to work on your own from 5 to 9. And then the best of us are working from 9 to 2. I'm going to say that again. See, we have been conditioned that working a 9 to 5 is enough. And then when we get to our retirement age and don't have anything, we realize we should have been doing something different. And then some people realize that I know my 9 to 5 isn't enough, but I can't find it in me to work my 5 to 9. That is 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. What are you doing on your own to build your own empire, your own legacy, right? And then for those of you who are like me, I want to accelerate that process. So I'm working from 9 to 2 on a lot of nights as well. Because I don't not only want to build a generational legacy of wealth for my family to continue my legacy when I pass on, I actually want to enjoy some of the fruit of my labor. And I want to enjoy it while I'm young enough to enjoy it. So I'm doing what they call burning the candle at both ends, right? So while everybody is screaming generational wealth, I want generational wealth, who's actually building it, right? We have a simple process called income shifting. All that simply means is you're going to shift your income back from the four main entities that's getting it from you, or really it's three main entities that's getting it from you. Number one is taxes. Number two is debt, or in other words, the banks. So taxes, that's the government. Get your money back from the government. The banks, get your money back from the banks by getting out of debt. And then big business, minimize your expenses so you're not making everybody else's families rich. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, uh, the family behind Gucci, Ralph Lauren, um, Steve Jobs, and Apple, because you got to have Apple this, Apple that, the Louis Vuitton family. I promise they not gonna miss a meal, y'all, if you say I'm not spending money like that for the next year, the next 18 months, while I get myself together. And there that you got to have a plan, man. You got to have a plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over the screen share and I'm just going to show you what it takes, because to be honest, if one generation sacrificed to actually build the generational wealth, to learn and do what it takes, and as they're going through the building process, They're teaching their children about the sacrifice, but then about the necessary steps that's required, and then how to manage the wealth that's going to be left to them. That's all it takes is two generations. One generation to put in the work, the second generation to be right there in tow, learning what it takes, learning the sacrifice, learning how to manage the wealth when it's passed down to them. And then from there, it's golden. I want to show you guys something, man, because a lot of you guys think that it takes a whole lot of money, because I hear that often. Well, Cortez, I don't have the money to invest, right? So let me just show you real quick what we're talking about here. Now, we're going to say that a generation is 25 years, right? So let me hop over to my screen share. There we go. And I hope you guys can see this okay. Because right now, when I have this on my other screen, I don't know how to actually blow it up to make it any bigger. Nevertheless, so we're going to go to a monthly periodic investment. So I'm going to say that if you a grown A double dollar sign person, right? Because on one hand, we love to tell people how grown we are, but then in the same breath, with the same tongue, we tell people how we don't have $50 a month or $100 a month to invest. Wait a minute, I thought you was a grown A double dollar sign person, and you don't have $50 a month to set aside to invest. You don't have $100 a month to set aside to invest. Let's just look at what that will do for you. Monthly investment amount, $100 a month. We're going to say you're getting 15% rate of return. And we're going to do this for a generation, which is anywhere from 18 to 25 years. So we're going to say max it out at 25 years. I'm 45. So that means if I did just this for until I'm the age 70, what will that do for me? Let me calculate this real quick. So $100 per month for 25 years at 15% rate of return grows to $324,352.96, right? You guys see that right there? So just $100 a month. Now, some of you guys might be saying, well, Cortez, $100 per month? Yes. And some of you guys might be saying, well, 324, that's not a whole lot of money to retire on. But we're talking about doing this generationally. And let me say this. I have 5 sons, right? So that $100 a month could actually become $600 per month, because I tell my sons when they get of age, you're going to contribute to the family legacy $100 per month, right? But what if you don't have any children and it's just you, right? Or for whatever reason you can't get your kids to buy in. Well, that 324,000, if I go back to my calculators and I put that aside for the next generation, my kids don't want to contribute. Okay, so you don't get none of the inheritance. 325,000 for another 25 years. I mean, at 15% for another 25 years. Because my kids didn't want to contribute. Cool. Y'all don't get anything. I set this money aside for my grandkids, right? Now when I calculate, see what happens inside 2 generations? Because of my sacrifice, now my family is worth $13,501,839.06. It's just 2 generations, people. So when people say they want to build generational wealth, but then they have all of these excuses as to why they can't get on with the business of building generational wealth, I'm not buying it. Because that $100 per month could be reducing your cable bill. That $100 per month could be just not going out to eat one weekend. That $100 a month can come from a lot of places, lady. That $100 a month could be coming from One week you don't get your hair done professionally. You just do it yourself. You just rock out, right? So next thing you're gonna say is Cortez. Ain't nobody paying 15% rate of return, man. Where are we supposed to get that kind of rate of return? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's hop over to fidelity.com. And as you can see, this is where they want me to put in my username and password. I'm not putting in a username and password. I'm just going straight to fidelity.com. What I'm trying to illustrate here is that anybody can do this. I'm going to go to their investment products. I'm going to go to their mutual funds. Why did I choose fidelity.com? They have no minimums. That means if you have $50 and you want to start investing in one of these funds, you can start today. Now, let me give you my disclaimer, man, before somebody goes reporting me to the SEC. I'm not a financial planner, not a financial advisor, can't tell you what to do with your money, not trying to. What I'm trying to do is expose you to information so that you can do your own research and you can then know what to ask when you sit down with these professionals, right? So when I scroll down here, it says mutual funds. Why choose? So they're going to educate you on what a mutual fund is, its history, and all that stuff. But I'm going to say I want to explore the funds that you guys have. Now I want you to watch this. See, a mutual fund is investment into hundreds of companies at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the different sectors, right? Because I want to look at different industries. So when you break it down by sector, you're going to see that there is a communication sector, consumer directory, discretionary, there's health care. So these are different sectors, right? So I'm going to just go and look at this health care fund right here and see what is the average rate of return that I can expect to get on this fund. Now, when I scroll down, it tells me a few things. It tells me that this is a 5-star rated fund. It tells me the returns are above average. It tells me the expenses are below average. And it tells me the risk category is slightly above average. But I want to scroll all the way down to the bottom and get to the lifetime performance of this fund. So here is the lifetime performance. This fund has averaged a 15% rate of return since its inception of 1981. So from 81, 91, 2001 to 2011 and 2019. So for 39 years, somebody has been putting their money in this fund, getting a 15% rate of return. And trust me, they not putting in $100 a month. They not putting in $50 a month. They could be, and that could be life-changing, right? But since 1981, somebody has been getting on average 15%, almost 16% rate of return. So let's look at who is in this fund. Maybe these are companies we never heard of. That's why we're scared to invest. But have you heard of the United Health Group? Have you heard of Boston Scientific? Have you heard of AstraZeneca? Sure you have, because they have a commercial on every night of the week, right? Have you heard of Cigna Corp? Some of you guys have health insurance with Cigna right now, right? Eli Lilly Corporation, Humana. See, this is health sciences, which means it's the healthcare companies and it's the pharmaceutical companies and it's the health equipment companies that's being invested here. So when you tell me, Cortez, I want to build generational wealth, I just don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. Well, play this video back and go check out some of that stuff, right? get on the phone and call around to some financial planners and financial advisors in your area. There's a lot of people on Facebook promoting a financial education program, uh, and I'm one of them. Maybe you take a look at my program, maybe you take a look at somebody's program, but we are far past the time where we can just continue to say we want to build generational wealth and never get about the business of actually building it. There's no excuse, people. You can find $50 a month, $100 a month, right? You can get with, if you're like me, four of my sons are grown. Well, three. One of them's in college, so I don't count him as a grown. But three of my sons are grown, right? So my wife and I and three grown people, that's five grown people. We can't scrape together $500 per month between five grown people and put it into a fund like this. Start actually building generational wealth. Sure, we could. But when it comes time to what it takes to build generational wealth, we have all sorts of excuses. I'm saying that it's time for us to cut that mess out, man. There are tons and tons and tons of ways to build wealth. You can do it through your own business. You can do it through investing in other people's business. You can do it through, instead of mutual funds, investing in individual stocks for individual companies. I'm not saying this is the only way, but I think this is one of the easiest ways that you can just sit money aside and watch it grow for you. Um, I don't know what else to say other than let's stop playing, y'all. If we're serious about building generational wealth, let's get on with the business of building. Now, do me a huge favor, man. This is where I want you to be accountable. I want you to put in the comments, I'm going to start building generational wealth today. I want you to put that in the comments, right? Because just the act of writing that out, you have to say it to yourself as you're writing it. And that's the beginning. Now, I'm not saying that you have to open the fund today and put your money in it today, but start the process. Start rearranging your budget. Start getting with your children and talking about why you're cutting certain things out of your lifestyle because of what you're going to do in terms of building your wealth. Start with looking at your 401k. But if you're going to build a generational wealth, you have to start somewhere. And for you, it starts with just typing in that comment. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've gotten any value out of today's daily hustle, then do me a huge favor. I want you to hit the like button on this page. Then I want you to hit the like button on this video. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe right now. You guys keep coming back, getting this good content. So go ahead and subscribe, man. And then thumbs up or thumbs down the video, just rate it either way. And make sure you turn on the bell notification so that you get notified every time we go live with the Daily Hustle and the other videos that we upload to the channel. And then if you really got value out of this thing, then go ahead and hit that share button, man. Copy the link from the YouTube feed and share it to somebody. Send it to somebody's inbox. Text it to somebody. We've got to get the message out that building wealth, they've actually removed a lot of the barriers that used to be in the way for us to build generational wealth. And that's why I do videos like this, so people know that, no, it doesn't take a gazillion dollars to get started, man. So share this with somebody, man. And then last but not least, man, if you are serious about building this wealth and you want to partner with me and my team, start by going to wealthcreationplaybook.com and download the free ebook. I go over the 6 money killers keeping you broke. This is why most people think they don't have the money to invest, because 6 things are holding them back. Then I give you the one solution on how to overcome those things. And that solution is you got to have a business to lower your taxes, take the tax savings, get out of debt, and then start to invest. We break all of that down in that book. And there's a video series that comes behind it, so you can check out that video series too. So wealthcreationplaybook.com to check that out, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Another week in the books. Till I talk to you guys next time, I want you to hit the subscribe button over there, and then you can watch the other videos in the Daily Hustle playlist by clicking on this video. Until I talk to you guys next week, get your money up because you absolutely can do it, but more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.